fun and inexpensive date ideas. Now, the first thing I would say is that know who you are, know what you like, and know what your spouse likes. These could go for a boyfriend or girlfriend, just not the romantic ones. But if you understand what you like, then you won't be feeling pressured by what society tells you is the perfect date night. So that's my first advice. Know what you enjoy and kind of center around that and take off all of the social pressures. The second is know what you are desiring. There might be a time in your life where you're just constantly going and going and going, or you're around a lot of people. Maybe you work in customer service, maybe you work in an urban environment and you just want some peace and quiet. It's good to know that so that you don't go out on a night on the town, but instead maybe you can take a nice hike somewhere and just sit and look over a lake on a fishing boat. So be aware of what it is that you are longing for and what you are desiring, and then communicate that with your spouse, because they might be in the hustle and bustle and you might not. So you still want to be considerate and kind of trade off and see who is feeling the most needy at that time. And if you find you're consistently the most needy, then maybe you ought to work on that. So here are some really fun ideas. So knowing what it is you are desiring. If you're desiring some new experiences, being a tourist in your own city and seeing what it is that people who are coming from out of town would want to go and see, and you go and see that. Same thing if you have a near city within an hour and you can go visit those places and experience those things. Just pretend like you've never been there before. Go take some pictures, have a great time. Maybe you're in the mood for something more seasonal and it's the fall and you want to go on a corn maze, or in the winter you can go ice skating. In the summer you have swimming and canoeing. Those are fun, inexpensive dates. You can use your local resources just for those things. If you are in the mood for being active, you have frisbee golf at a local park, bike rides. I love bike rides, hikes, walks, and bowling, which might not seem active until the next day and you're like, whew, I can feel that. If you're in the mood for some romance, hiking to the highest point in your city or driving to the highest point in your city and laying out a blanket and stargazing and looking over the skyline and just enjoying that quiet time in the evening alone, and maybe have, a favorite dessert item that you bring for a picnic. Another romantic idea is to write love letters one to another and then read them to each other, maybe on that picnic overlooking the skyline. Get a coffee at Starbucks and head to the car wash and kiss the entire time. And then go sit somewhere and enjoy your clean car and drink a coffee. A spa night together. Get some really nice smelling lotions and just enjoy a night where you can each be a masseuse and just really relax together. Maybe have a bubble bath. I don't know. You use your creativity, but those are relatively inexpensive of things you can do. If you are feeling like you just want to have some energy and you love projects and you are a doer, go to Lowe's and dream and walk around and think of all of the things that you guys could do together, or walk through a parade of homes and daydream about projects that you could do on your home. My husband would hate that. Yeah. If you are looking for something more social, this one isn't inexpensive, but I've seen several people do escape rooms, and that seems to be really fun. If I had a big budget, I would for sure be doing that. But I don't ever have a big budget, so I'm more of a double date and have some board games, and I think that's fun when it's just adults, and so you don't have to really focus on what your kids are doing. Scavenger hunt. This is close with the touring your city. Have a scavenger hunt of things you look up on, you have a list from online, and then you go take pictures of them, of yourself together, a whole bunch of selfies of you and your spouse. If you are more of a foodie, I personally love food. I spend a lot of time thinking of food and preparing food, but I do not like to glutton. And so going out and spending the money and then just feeling like that was a lot of calories is not my thing. But the other day we did walk around the downtown of our closest city, and we just found some fun little food shops that we've never been to. Like, he went to a unique little taco shop, and then we walked a little bit further and I went to a Cafe Zupa, because really cities are just the same exact things that are in your suburban area, just in a high rise. But we just walked around and we tried different foods that we hadn't normally tried, or maybe that we did try and we knew we liked it, but we could just do it in a different environment. So just like a parade of foods, if you can handle that in your figure. If you're in the mood for entertainment, we watch movies through VidAngel or ClearPlay. So we don't really go out to the movie theater unless we've, reviewed it and it's very, very clean. But binge watch a movie series at home and make sundaes, or have your favorite snacks, or take $5, $10 and pretend you're a kid and go to an arcade in your local area. So those are just some fun ideas. If you have an interest in any more of these, I know Google has a ton of them, specifically, and thenwesaved.com.